So anyway, let me kind of start over here. So the premise of this particular challenge is that you can only use the main character, Cloud. Okay, there's a couple of places in the game where Cloud can't be the only character. Well, let me roll that back. There's an early fight in the game where if Cloud is the only character, you're only almost guaranteed to get a game over because the enemy traps you in a pyramid, and if there's nobody left who's not inside a pyramid, then it's an automatic game over. So the challenge here would be to only use Cloud throughout the whole game, except for might have to bend the rules in that particular instance, only because it may be a situation where I have to use another character to save Cloud from being in the pyramid. Otherwise, it's game over. And so I may bend the rules on that. When I get to that point in the game, what I'll probably do, I'm going to keep track of game overs. What I'll probably do is allow myself to go for it 5 times. And if I go for it 5 times and get a game over 5 times, then I'll make that the cutoff. And I'll just go and use the other character to save him from getting trapped in the pyramid so that we can just move on, right? We don't want to get stuck on that. Even though it is a challenge, it shouldn't be so hard that it's undoable. I've never seen somebody do that fight with just one character and win, so that may be a pretty good indicator of whether or not I can actually do that challenge in general. Maybe something that I could do that nobody's done before. Maybe somebody has done it and I just don't know about it. I don't know. But either way, that's what we're gonna try for in this run. And then there's one point where Cloud is incapacitated and he's not usable at all. So in that section of the story, anything goes. I can use whoever, whatever I want in order to get through that part of the story. But then once we have control of Cloud again, that'll be over. So that's kind of the premise of this challenge. I'm gonna make some config changes here. I like it to be a little darker. I feel like this window scheme is a little too bright. Maybe darken this one too a little bit. Joystick's going crazy. There we go. I think that's better. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna move battle speed up because I don't think I have the boosters here. I'm gonna move battle message up and field message fast. Okay, cool. All right, we're ready to go. All right, and I actually have to use the cancel button to run on the Xbox, which is what I was playing on before when the audio wasn't working well. Let's do this. All right, yeah, there's still no sound effects, which I find strange. I don't really know what the deal is with that, but. Okay. Onward. Yeah, I used to be in Soldier. Yeah. We're just gonna skip through the dialogue. That's not what this particular run is about. I'm Cloud. Cloud Strife. Nice to meet you. I don't care what your names are. Nice guy. Ex-soldier, huh? I don't trust you. Yeah, you're Barrett. Barrett Wallace. Okay. Another fight. Usually another fight on this bridge. Boop, boop. Yeah, if only I could use the speed booster, but that's okay. That is okay. That guy's hand just rotates around like, I don't even know what you'd call that. Alright. It's Barrett. Yo. Yo, this your first time in a reactor? You don't even know. It's a whole thing. Alright, you come with me. Boom, code deciphered. That's what should sound there. Should be some kind of bong, but getting no sound effects for some reason. I turn those punks up too, so I don't really know what the deal is. Maybe if I launch Twitch again, it'll come back. There's a little Phoenix down there. Don't forget that. This isn't necessarily a speed run, so we're not concerned about speed here. Just the challenge of Cloud only, which we will begin once we get down here, because we'll have to kill Barrett. Which is too bad. He's a nice guy. What do I care? It's not my problem. Shake my fist. Alright, in we go. Alright, soon we're gonna have our first fight here. Okay, so priorities here when there's another character that is alive is the first thing that we have to do is kill that character. So everything is going to be focused on killing him before I do any attacking of the enemies. And then once he's dead, we'll move forward. So yeah, because a big part of this challenge is, because we could just do the challenge where, you know, the other party members don't attack. But when you do that, they become targets for the enemy. So a big part of this challenge is actually killing them so that Cloud then becomes the only target, right? So then all the enemies are focused on him no matter what, making it obviously more of a challenge. Okay, I don't think this will kill him. We'll see. I'm gonna wait just in case it does kill him. Okay, did not. He's dead. Alright, they're gonna blast me with their ray. These guys are weak, but annoying, so it's kind of a good way to start. This challenge is being able to kill Barrett while they're on the field, because it's not a lot of pressure. I've never done this all the way through, so interested to see how far I could really go with it. Boop. Boop. Good old Jessie. I'm not even going to talk to her. We're just going to move on. Wow. A battle on the pipe. I feel like that's not a normal occurrence. I'm going to hit my limit. I am. Might as well use it. Wow, there's usually a sound effect there, but it's not there. It's alright. Oh, he missed. With fire, which, I don't know, that seems unlikely to me that he would miss with a fire attack, but whatever. Wow, I missed. That is unfortunate. Alright. Got that one done. Probably need to heal after that one. Hopefully they dropped a potion. They did not, but that's okay. I have some. Not a lot, but some. I don't have healing materia yet. So the only healing I can do is you know, with myself. Okay, let's give her an old savey save. We're gonna put this in save slot 5, because why not? Also, I'm curious, is Cloud saving a thing in here? No, it's not. Okay, I was just curious. Alright, let's go. Can I save right here? I cannot. Oh boy. Alright, it's gonna be a big guy and two of these Robo-Guard guys. Oh great, smoke shot. That's definitely not what I wanted. Alright, got one down. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Okay. I'll hit him with a bolt. You do want to try to save your MP for the first fight, but go ahead. We'll go ahead. Alright, cool. Alright, let's give him another potion. With 4 potions, we're going to go face the boss. Hopefully that'll be enough. We'll see. Okay, here's the restore materia. When we blow this place, it ain't gonna be nothing more than a hunk of junk. Watch out! This isn't just a reactor. Ooh. Heads up, here it comes. Sure enough, there it be. Okay, so best way to beat this dude is to just to that's pause good. To hit him with the magic, and also, you know, don't die. Bolt. Alright, he's searching for me again. I should have time to do another bolt. It's not a super hard boss. It's the first boss. I'm gonna get my limit off that? Yes, I will. Okay, so we get a second braver shot. Oh no! What bad timing! Okay, well this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. Oh boy. Yeah, that was not good. Ouch. Alright, well, at least I could heal with his tail up. That won't affect me. Yeah, talk about bad timing. I don't know. I was not expecting that. Okay, his tail's down. I can attack him now. Let's hit him with a bolt. And then, should I heal? Nah, I'll heal if I get down below 100. Okay. Hit him with a bolt. This might kill him. Nope. Let's hit him with a braver real fast before he puts his tail up again, because that would be tragic. And if he puts his tail up again, we can just heal. I don't remember how much HP he has. I'm gonna guess that this is gonna kill him. Yep. Nice. Okay, probably should heal before I move on. And a saw gun that I'm not gonna use. Alright, come on, let's get out of here. 10 minutes to detonation. 1, 2, yeah, we only got 1 potion left, so we gotta be a little careful here. Our main goal is just to get out. Once we have cure materia, yeah, I won't be as worried about dying. But that be what it is. Yeah, you know, the very first time I ever played this, I didn't know that you had to go talk to this girl, or you wouldn't be able to leave. And so I remember I died several times at the beginning of welcome back. I died several times at the beginning of this game because I didn't know you had to go basically pick that girl up off the floor, which seems ridiculous. They've got a back attack on me. I'm gonna change. Yeah, no, I didn't even know. So literally the timer ran out because you know the bomb's about to explode, and since I didn't know I was supposed to talk to her to get her unstuck from wherever her foot got caught in, I just died. I got a game over. I think that was the first like 2 or 3 times I played this game. As a kid, had no idea that you had to actually like go over to her and be like, "Hey, get picked up." Yeah, that's right. You know me, man. Just leaving girls on the floor. Look at her. Look at her. Look at her climbing those. Oh my god. It's this game is perfection in every way. Didn't you know? It's not weird at all that she's just kind of sliding up the ladder, dancing up the rungs of the ladder. Hey, I got a back attack. All right, let's kill this guy because he's stronger. All right, these guys are weaker, so I'm not as concerned about them. Although they do take forever to attack, which is annoying. It's like they take so long to just do an attack. You know, it's probably a good question. I would say at the beginning it's more RNG. And if you just mean the 10-minute timer thing, I really think that 10 minutes is way too much for anybody that's experienced in gaming. Because I'm almost to the end and I've, you know, only 2.5 minutes have passed. As a kid, it was challenging because, you know, you may not have known all of the things that you were supposed to be doing or that were going on, because games like this a lot of times didn't explain the techniques or the tactics of the game itself, because back then people just didn't make games that way. It's not like it is now where you've got a tutorial on everything. And so I would say that it's not really ever been close for me as an adult after knowing how the game is played, even as an older kid, because I knew, like, all right, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this. But yeah, as a kid, it was like daunting, right? You got this timer staring you in the face the whole time, and you know, you're sitting there, your guy's sitting there celebrating, like right there, and you're like, dude, there's time left. Why are you dancing around with your sword? Like, let's go. So like right here is the end, right? So like I could just leave. This is actually a pretty good spot in the early game because you're gonna get a heal right after this, like an automatic full heal, and so this is actually a pretty good spot to fight a couple of battles. I'll probably fight 2 battles here and then I'll move on. The nice thing about limit breaks, especially your first limit break, is once you do it 8 times, you get the next limit break, which is stronger, and so it's worth it to me to kind of just use it whenever, so that I can get the next one. And these guys are so weak, I'm not really concerned about dying. I'm more concerned about resource management at this point, because since I'm the only character playing in battle, I'm the only one that's going to be able to heal myself. I've got a limited amount of potions. Right now I have 2 potions, which I'm going to get some more right after this. I'm going to do one more battle and then move on because I don't want to spend forever here. But see, my time isn't even halfway gone. And like once I go on to the next screen, this part is over and we don't have to worry about it anymore. These guys will probably take me down to, I would say, 100 health, so then, yeah, that's probably a good time to move on. Depending on how many attacks they get. Sometimes these guys get a crazy number of attacks. Oh, I got a critical on that guy. Didn't need a critical, but I got one. I may have overestimated them. They may not get me quite down to 100, but we'll be close. Boop. Yeah, there we go. Alright, yeah, that's enough. So we're gonna move on. It would be funny. I'll just equip him. I'll equip the assault gun on him that I got from the Scorpion, just so that his, you know, body laying on the ground could have the assault weapon on it. Alright, let's go. Yeah, so you can see the timer has stopped. We're done. It's just gonna play us a scene here. That's a really good question. I would say that 7, in my opinion, this is not everybody's opinion, but in my opinion, I would say it is the best story. Final Fantasy 16 came out last month, and I played through that very quickly. I played all the way to the end, and I would say that it has a really great story as well. So I actually, after playing that game, I had made the decision that it was probably in my top 5 of the franchise. And so when I say of the franchise, I mean the main title games. So I'm talking about 1 through 16, because 16 is the one that just came out. So for me, I would rank them at number 1 is going to be this game, Final Fantasy VII. Number 2 for me is going to be Final Fantasy VIII, which was the one right after this. Then, or excuse me, sorry, that's not number 2 for me. Number 2 for me is going to be Final Fantasy X, which was the first Final Fantasy game that came out on PlayStation 2. So that's going to be number 2. So number 1 is 7, number 2 is 10, and then under that is going to be 8 at number 3, and then number 9 is going to be at number 4, and then my number 5 is going to be the new one that just came out, Final Fantasy 16. The gameplay was fun. I don't really feel like it followed the RPG life of most RPGs. It was more like an action adventure game. But so there weren't a ton of RPG elements in it, but the story was so good, so different, so new, and not in like a weird way like some of the Final Fantasy series have been. It was in like a refreshing way. It was a really cool story. I'm gonna fight these guys for the experience. It was a really cool story, and I think that made up for a lot of the shortcomings. I would say the biggest shortcomings for me of that new game that came out last month was the side quests. The side quests were so prevalent in the game. You didn't have to do them, but they're such a big chunk of the game. If you didn't do any of the side quests, the game would be much shorter. And the rewards for the side quests were just not that good, especially starting out at the beginning of the game. They got better as the game progressed into the second half, but the side quests were definitely a shortcoming for the game. And then the other shortcoming I feel for the newest game was the party system. So a fun thing about most Final Fantasy games is that you have this system where you can take party members in and out of the game. You can use each of your party members. You know, I'm doing something different with this challenge and only using Cloud, but you know, that's not the way the game is meant to be played, right? So the party system is so fun because you have kind of a characters that you get to play as each one of them. You get to develop those characters' stats, experience, their abilities. Sometimes, depending on which Final Fantasy game you're playing, their abilities will change. And it was kind of unique in that way, as an RPG, really, because you got to develop each character, play as each character, know each character, like each character. Final Fantasy 16 had party members, but you never got to choose who was in your party, and you never got to control any of your party members. They didn't level up, they didn't gain new abilities, they just were kind of there as NPC people to help you in the fight when you would battle, and really they were almost entirely unnecessary. I don't think that there was a significant fight that I can remember where one of my party members made the difference between me winning and losing. And so it kind of just felt like they were just there frivolously. There wasn't really a point to them. It was really unfortunate because a lot of the characters that were in your party as NPCs, they had lots of good story character development. They were important people in the story. It wasn't like they were just random people that you had along with you. But for whatever reason, I don't know if they didn't have enough time or money to invest in doing a full-blown party system where you can control those characters, but you couldn't. And so I felt like that was, even more than the side quests for me, that was probably the biggest thing that I didn't enjoy about the newest game. But story-wise, great story. Definitely a great story. Would play it again, for sure. That coming out of your share, hot shot. It was really funny in the original in the original translation. That line, "It's coming out of your share, hot shot," was "It's gonna be coming out of your money, hot stuff." I don't know if the English translators for the game uh, just were confused with how to translate that, but hot stuff just sounds a little more. I don't even know what the right word is. Hot stuff. Hey, you're hot stuff. Yeah, because he's definitely meaning it as like a diss, right? But he's like hot stuff. I do like this is an old game, right? It came out originally on PlayStation. This PC port is slightly upgraded from the original, but just like some of the ways they created motion, right? So like the whole frame is shaking because you're on a train, and then you've got the little like handles swinging back and forth overhead, and then you've got those little electrical lamp things that are shooting electricity through them. It's such a cool way to kind of tell a story and create like an atmosphere that makes you feel really immersed, even as like an old game like this, right? Because now like that's a big thing with VR and with giant console and PC games is immersion factor. Like, how can we make this world feel real? But it's just like these little creative tricks that they came up with as far as motion in the game to make things feel more real. It's just a really cool idea. It's cool how creative and thoughtful they were with things like this back in the day. Because this came out, I think this game came out in '97, right? So I was like 7 turning 8 that year. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII came out in 1997. I answered that before you even asked it. The original Final Fantasy, which I know you didn't ask this, I believe came out in the 80s, like 89, I think maybe. It came out on the original Nintendo. That's how long ago it went. Interesting fact about that is, Final Fantasy 1 was Final Fantasy 1 in Japan and Final Fantasy 1 in the United States. But for whatever reason, the company, I don't know if the American market, they didn't want to push the game over to the American market, but Final Fantasy 2 and Final Fantasy 3 in Japan never came over to the American market in their original releases. It was only in Japan. And so when they did finally release another Final Fantasy in the United States, it was Final Fantasy 4 in Japan, but because it was only the second one that came out in the States, it was Final Fantasy 2 in the United States. So then they did the same thing. Final Fantasy 5 in its original release did not come out in the United States. It only came out in Japan. So then when Final Fantasy 6 came out in the United States, it was Final Fantasy 3, right? So 4 and 6 came out. So then I'm sure there was some confusion in the American market, right? Because it's like Final Fantasy 3 came out, and then the next game that came out in the United States in the Final Fantasy series was Final Fantasy 7. So people were probably scratching their heads at the time, like, wait, Final Fantasy 3 now Final Fantasy 7? What's going on? Because in the 90s, like, people probably didn't look that stuff up. They didn't know what was happening. They just saw, wait, did I miss Final Fantasy 4, 5, and 6? Technically, they missed Final Fantasy 2, 3, and 5. But yeah, interesting little history of the Final Fantasy series. Final Fantasy, the first time I think it came out, Final Fantasy 2 came out in a collection on PlayStation called Final Fantasy Anthology. Or no, it was Final Fantasy Chronicles was what it was. And it also came with Chrono Trigger, which I thought was weird. But anyway, so Final Fantasy Chronicles came out as a PlayStation 1 release, and it had like 3 games on it. And then, I'm going to move this arrow out of my way. And then Final Fantasy 5 and 6 came out together on PlayStation 1 as well. They were called Final Fantasy Anthology. So they eventually did release in the United States, but they were released on PlayStation as like a collection series. And so I played them after playing 7, And I thought to myself, man, these are not as advanced as 7 was. Well, yeah, it's because they were way older. Did I fight with Barrett? You know what? I didn't fight with him this time. Actually, I did fight with him, but I'm just going to tell her I didn't fight with her. Tifa. Yeah, we're just going to keep her name Tifa. Why not? Flowers. How nice. Do you want a flower, Tifa? Should I give it to Tifa or to Marlene? Marlene's the little girl. Tifa's the adult. I think I'm going to give it to Tifa. Yeah, why not? Thank you, Cloud. It smells wonderful. All right, let's just move on here. Papa, welcome home. Dude, how much detail was added into the remake? Let me tell you, it's just a whole different game. It's so in the remake, like, so we're in this bar, right? So like in the remake, the jukebox is here. There's a dartboard over here. Yeah, Tifa was done well. I feel like they did Cloud pretty well too. Tifa, you know, she's Tifa, right? She's not, her costume's not, or her outfit's not super hard, right? It's a leather, it's a leather miniskirt and a tank top with suspenders. Hey, you know what? Give me something hard. I want a drink. You know, it was a long day. Her hair, yeah, her hair was done well, for sure. That long hair with the tie at the bottom. She's got the gloves on her fists. The only thing I think they added, and I don't know if this was just to be more, I really don't know what the reason was. I guess just to be more, make her look more covered up, is they added like black legging things to her legs in the remake. Which I was like, whatever, it doesn't bother me. But I just thought that was interesting. Like, of all the things to add to her to make her, I guess, look more presentable, you chose black leggings. Or anyway. Yo, Cloud, there's something I want to ask you. This room is not in the remake. This room is only in the original. It dates it dates the game with that with that computer in the corner and this like big fax printer thing right down there on the wall. But it's still pretty good stuff. That is, I feel like that is something they tried to almost maintain, was like this weird 90s style in the remake. Like there's some things that I'm like, wow, that's very reminiscent of the original game in just the stylization, right? So this is supposed to be a pinball machine that we ride up and down on. All right. This looks like, that green bottle on the table always looks like a giant Sprite bottle to me. Listen, I'm asking you, please join us. I don't want to join you guys. I know the planet is dying or whatever, but I'm a mercenary and I don't want to deal with it, man. I'm ready to get out of here. How can you say that? Promise? Remember, Cloud, it was 7 years ago. 7 years. Look at this. We're somehow back in our hometown. I don't know. I don't know why she's saying, look, the well, remember? It's like, wait, how are we here? What do you mean, look? We're not here. We're talking about it in a bar. Flashback time. I feel like they did a pretty good job with this in the remake as well. She's even wearing like a blue dress. She's got like the big old chunky shoes. You said you wanted to talk to me about something. Hey, guess what, girl? I'm leaving town. Yeah, all the boys are leaving town. I'm different, though. You know me. I'm not like all those other 14-year-olds. I'm so individual and different and mysterious, girl. You never even knew how different and unlike all those other guys I am until now. Even though we live in a town with only like 4 other kids. But you didn't know, and here I am. I'm gonna join Soldier. Yeah, you know, this would be like me saying I'm gonna join the like the Navy SEALs or something when I'm 14, and just being like, I'm gonna do it. Is that like our most powerful fighting force, the Navy SEALs? I guess you could make an argument for different ones. Let me check my camera. It's getting dark. Let me check it. Check the camera. Now we look alright. Alright. I promise I won't. I'll come and save you. Oh, and look at that. A shooting star sealed their promise. So special. I'm not a hero, and I'm not famous. This is true. But you got your childhood dream, didn't you? You joined Soldier. I did do that. Not really. Everybody thinks I did. Even I think I did, but, you know, my brain's all messed up. So I didn't actually join Soldier, and some people know that, and some people don't. Hey, he gave me 1,500 gil. That's not actually that much money in this game. I picked up like 400 gil just off the random guys we beat up in that reactor, so 1,500's not a lot. Oh man, look at that. You're taking money away from a little girl who needs to go to school. That's not cool. Alright. So now we're resting. Did I just sleep in the corner on this metal floor? Is that what just happened? Good morning. Oh, next to you? Did I sleep well next to you? Who wouldn't? I don't know what you mean. I think you do. Our target's the Sector 5 reactor. Yo, I gotta ask you something. I don't know how to use materia. Oh, really? You don't know how to use materia? Well, you know what? You wouldn't understand. Yeah, the only reason I didn't tell him how it works is because that takes us into a tutorial. And tutorials in these old games are real bad. And I already know how to use materia, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, so a couple things to do before we head out from this area is I want to buy 1 fire materia. We sell, we buy. So 1 fire. Alright, that took a lot of my money. And then I need to buy 1 piece of armor from this guy. Alright. Buy 1 iron bangle. Let's equip that. Alright, so now we have more materia slots. I'm going to take out ice because I'm not going to need it. I'm going to put on restore and fire. And then we got to go up here to get an all materia, which we really aren't going to use unless it's against an enemy. Usually, when I'm playing with all of my characters, I pair, so basically what the all materia does is it makes a magic that you pair with it on your materia, target multiple people. Basically your whole party or all the enemies. So you can pair it with a restore material and it'll heal everybody at the same time, or you can pair it with an attacking material like lightning or fire, and it'll hurt everybody at the same time. And so I usually will put it with restore when I have everybody on the party, but since that is not going to be the case in this particular game, I'm just going to leave it off right now. You know what I should probably do, though, actually, is I should probably, coming up for the next part, I should probably actually equip it to some attacking materia, since Cloud is going to be the only one that can attack. It would be probably a good idea to have magic equipped to where it could attack multiple people at one time. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, train's getting going. They're connecting the cars. Is that normal on a train before it departs? Like they're just then connecting the cars? I don't feel like that's normal. Maybe it is. Who knows? I haven't really ridden on many trains. Really only like 2 trains. Maybe more than that. But I want to say it's like at the max maybe 3 to 4 trains. Unless you count the subway. If you count the subway then I've ridden on more. But I'm talking about like trains. Alright, yeah, let's take lightning. No, not lightning. We want lightning. Let's leave lighting on. Let's take fire off. Let's put restore down here, and let's put all there. Yeah, that's gonna be swell. Looks like you've seen this already. Come a little closer. What if I don't want to come a little closer? What if I just don't want to do that? Alright, so there's no music here, because normally what happens is there's the music. There's a sound effect of an alarm going off, but again, I don't know why the sound effects aren't playing. Alright, so basically we have to run from car to car before we get locked out of the cars. We're gonna talk to this guy, because he's got something. Yeah. Alright, he gave me a high potion. Alright, this dude... Wow, she punched that guy out. This dude right here with the spiky hair, he's going to try to steal from us. So I'm waiting, because the timer doesn't start until I let this text box go. So I'm waiting till he gets closer. Alright, he just stole from us, so then I talk to him. Nowhere to run. Any chance? That's right. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll give it back. Alright, he gave me whatever he stole back. It's weird that it doesn't tell me what he stole, but whatever. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, we made it. I like how he says we made it, but we really didn't. We're still on this train. Scary, huh? Too late for that now. Why'd you come along anyway? Yeah, why did you come? Yeah, I made up my mind. Watch closely. I'm gonna jump. Watch closely? What does that mean? Alright, here we go. I'm gonna jump. There I go. Later, you take care of the rest. Good, so far everything's going as planned. I'd hope so. So move it. Reactor's just down this tunnel. Alright, here we go. Those light beams are the Shinra security sensors. We can't go any further. Yeah, if you don't make it all the way to the end of the train car, it takes longer to walk down the tunnel to get to these light beams. But thankfully, I made it all the way to the end. I'd probably have to go Tifa. I'm a big sucker for, how do I say this? I don't know what the right word is to describe her. She's somebody who cares a lot. She's not really a damsel in distress. Yeah, the leggings, that's it. She's not really a damsel in distress. And Aerith really isn't either, even though in this game she does play a damsel in distress at a certain point. Tifa's not one. She's a very strong person, but she's not afraid to show that she's very passionate or that she cares about somebody. And throughout this whole game, really... Oh yeah, we haven't attacked with them yet, so we're gonna have to kill these poor folks. Let's start with Tifa. She has the least amount of health. She really cares about Cloud a lot, even from the very beginning of the game, unbeknownst to Cloud. She's never really up front, like in a lot of, I feel like, Japanese stories. She's not super upfront that she loves him, but it's pretty clear that she does. And so stuff like that, you know, Aerith's more outspoken about how she feels about things, which is fine. She's also, I feel like Aerith is attached already, right? 'Cause she's in love with this guy that died. Because of the nature of the story, Cloud has a lot of the same characteristics of this guy that she was in love with that died. And so you got a kind of this weird kind of crossover with Cloud that's going on, but really, Cloud is not meant. Cloud and Aerith are not meant to be together, because the man that she loved died, and I think his feelings for her are more caught up in his identity crisis with the guy that died. The guy that died being Zack. Zack was Aerith's first love. Zack knew Cloud. They were friends. Zack dies. Because of the trauma that Cloud had been through, he kind of assumes Zack's identity in certain ways. And so I think Aerith really liked the parts of Cloud that reminded her of Zack, not so much Cloud. And so, for sure, Cloud. In the original story, in this story, Jessie dies. Aerith dies too, for that matter. So technically, both of those girls are out of the running because they both die in this game. But yeah, in the original story, Jessie dies. In the original story, Aerith dies. In the remake, we don't know if either of them die, because there's a strong hint at the end of remake that Jessie actually survives. And then we haven't gotten to the part where Aerith would normally die in the remake yet, so we don't really know what their fate is yet, but it could be the same, it could be different. But yeah, Tifa's, I would say, between the three, if they were all gonna live, I would say I like Tifa the most. You gonna inflict me with darkness? It's a real shame. Oh wow, I got 2 critical hits. I'm actually kind of surprised about that. Okay. Just to be safe, I'm gonna heal. Don't want to waste a ton of MP, but if we need it, we need it. Down this ladder. So, as you can probably tell, this is basically just like the very beginning of the game. I guess the idea that the developers were going for is the reactors are all built very similarly to each other. And so there'll be some slight aesthetic differences, but for the most part, they're the same. Weird flashback that Cloud's having right now. Did Sephiroth do this to you? I hate them all. Grabs a giant sword, runs away. Hey man. I like how he's just like, hey man, get a hold of yourself. You just collapsed on the floor. Everybody's like, are you alright? Alright, you're alright, let's go. It's pretty goofy. Alright. Let's bolt again. Because why not? Ugh, don't. Okay, good, it missed. I was about to say, don't hit me with darkness again. That would be unfortunate. Alright, got him. Ow. Ow. Okay, got another limit break. That's good. Let's do that limit break. Boof. It looks so sad down there on the ground. I got an antidote. Alright, I set the bomb. That's what I'm doing right there. And now we're running away again. Got in a completely different way this time than we did last time. But we're going to get out the same way we got in the first time. Or so we think. It's a little bit different. It's a much longer mission in the remake, but not in a bad way. It's just different. Oops. Oh, man. They're giving me the business today. That's actually good. I want to make sure... What just happened? I think my TV just turned off. Hold on. What is that, is everything kosher? Oh, I'm in the dark. Let me be right back. I'm gonna fix these lights. Alright, let there be light. And, you know, the light was good and all that stuff. Am I like washed out now? That's the real question. No, it's not too bad. You can see my fan though, and my light. But that's okay. Oh right, there's still a fight going on. Alright. Should be okay. But what I was saying was I do want to get my next limit break before the next boss fight, because it's a paralyzing limit break. And so, excuse me, it would be nice to have before we get to that boss. So I might do a teeny bit of grinding here in a bit just to get that limit break. But it shouldn't take too long. This boss is tough. It may be my first game over. So that's why I want to get that second limit break, just to be prepared, because by myself, this is going to be a tough boss. Just with old Cloud. Ugh. Alright. Ether. Is that fan done yet? Jeez. Okay. That's a good question. I think it was just a trope that they started at some point in Final Fantasy, and it just kind of continued on. As far as I can remember, there's some older Final Fantasy games that money's called GP, which I believe stands for gold pieces, but somewhere along the way, I don't know the exact moment or the exact game when it happened, they changed the currency name to Gil, which I always thought, just as a guess, I didn't know what it stood for, but I thought maybe it meant like gold in Latinum or something like that, kind of like Star Trek. I think it's like gold in Latinum. I don't remember. Gold pressed Latinum, maybe? So not, and I said Star Wars, I meant Star Trek. I think Star Trek, don't they call it gold pressed Latinum? I always thought it was something kind of like that, where it's like the currency is, it's a gold currency, but it like means something. This is hard. You gotta like synchronize this, and the NPCs always go after a few seconds, but I can never remember the exact timing of it. I got lucky there. That didn't take too long. I think I'm right about that. I think Star Trek, the currency's called gold pressed Latinum. I don't know what Latinum is, but that's I believe that is what it's called. Alright, I'm gonna get another save here, and then I'm going to try to get, I think I just need one more limit break, maybe two. So the first limit break, the second limit break pops after I use my limit break 8 times. So I would think that it just needs to be one more. I think I've done it 7 times, maybe I've done it 6. We'll find out. I'm also gonna keep like attacking as well, just to get experience. So I'm not just gonna let them. Basically, the way you get your limit up is by being hit. But I'm not gonna just get hit. I'll sit here and attack and gain some experience while I'm doing this. Okay, that's one battle. I'm almost halfway up on my limit. Because in the boss, he's going to get my limit break up a bunch. Okay. Oh, dogs. 4 dogs, really? That is unfortunate. That's a lot of dogs. I call these things dogs. I think that's basically what they're supposed to be. They just have giant tentacles on their back, which is always kind of confusing. I don't really know what the point of a giant tentacle is. I think the idea is that they're supposed to be like genetically enhanced dogs, right? So they've got these weird tentacles on their back. They're creepy and weird. And they bite you over and over and over again. Alright, almost got my limit break. Almost there. Oof. Okay. I'll probably get it before the end of this battle. Yeah, there it is. Alright, let's hit him with it. Boof. Kapow. Alright, hopefully that was the last limit break I needed to get the new limit break. We'll see in a second. And if it's not, then we will do some more battles. I think I will end the stream. I'll end the stream. Yay! There's the new limit break. I will end the stream after this boss fight. Or if I get a game over, whichever happens. Instead of using magic, because I'm going to save my magic for the battle, I'm going to heal with potions. I'm going to get another save in real quick now that I have that second limit break. And then we'll fight this boss fight. Oops, that's the wrong slot. Alright, here we go. This monster is called the Air Buster. We'll see if we can take him out. It's a much simpler fight than it is in the remake. In the remake, he like flies around and stuff. In this version, he just kind of stands there and lets you attack him. While he attacks you, he's pretty strong. Though, it's not great. It's a trap! Your taste buds can't repel flavor of that magnitude. President Shinra. It's the president! Why is the president here? I thought they handled this in an interesting way in the remake. They had the president just like show up in a hologram instead of like, you know, in person. Tell me, traitor, what was your name? I can't be expected to remember unless you become another Sephiroth. Don't give a damn about none of that. This place is going up with a big bang soon. Serves you all right. It's such a waste of good fireworks just to get rid of vermin like you. He's, you know, he's supposed to be big and mean and bad, right? What's that noise? The hell is that? Yeah, you can't hear the noise because it's a sound effect, and the sound effects are still not playing for some reason. And there's a sound effect of a helicopter that you're missing. And now the president's flying away on the helicopter. He's very quick to get into that helicopter. And that helicopter is death-defying to hover over a platform and pick somebody up. I just have to say, they don't mess around. Alright, boss fight. Let's see if I can not die. Let's hit him with some magic. I need to save some MP for healing, but magic's also good. I'll cast 2 bolts on him, I think. And then I'll save the rest for healing, because you can see he does a lot of damage. Like right now, I'm just gonna heal myself. Bam! Alright. I don't actually know if paralysis works on him, but, which is, you know, that's the real reason I wanted the limit break, but even if it doesn't, oh great, he's doing a big bomber while I'm before I have attack, so that won't add to my limit gauge, which sucks. Even if it doesn't add, or, you know, it doesn't give paralysis, it does do more damage. Yeah, it didn't paralyze him, so it may not actually paralyze him. Alright, I gotta get this healing, otherwise I'm gonna die. Bam! Okay, he's healing. Alright, that's good. Energy ball. I think that won't get my limit all the way up because it's a weaker attack. It almost did. Energy ball. Okay, that should get my limit up. And then what I'll do is hit him with a limit break and then heal. Is he only gonna use energy ball now? That's interesting. Hey, I'm down with it. Okay, so cross slash again. All right, and then we gotta heal. And another energy ball. Sure enough, he's not using anything else right now. That's good, because those big bombers hurt. He may bring it back, though, so I need to be careful. And it's Energy Ball again. I don't think this one will get my limit all the way up. Probably be 2 more to get my limit up. Yeah, so let's go ahead and attack. So yeah, we're going to just follow this pattern. We're going to attack him, hit him with my limit, heal. I don't know. Maybe I can get another attack in before I heal. Yeah, let's try for another attack. As long as he doesn't use a big bomber, I should be okay. Let's see. Yeah, I should be okay. So heal now. Yeah, he's just maybe he has a limited number of big bombers. Normally, there's a lot of back attacking in this fight because you have 2 people on the other side. That's how this boss fight is set up, is to kind of teach you the back attack like trick. If you attack somebody from behind in this game, you do more damage. That's, I think, how this this fight was originally designed, to kind of teach you that. And so normally I don't even get as far as him doing a bunch of different big bombers because it's just not something that happens. We don't get that far. I kill him faster. Golly, he's got a lot of HP. I don't know how much HP he has. That's the only issue. I think I can get 1 more attack in and then heal. Maybe. This will be... I'm gonna have to like toss an ether or an ether, however you want to say that. Let's do that. Because this will be my last cure. I do have a high potion I could throw. That seems like a waste though, when I could just throw an ether. Boop. Yeah. Okay. Cross slash. Hopefully this will kill him. I don't remember how much HP he has. The first boss had like 600 HP, but again, I don't remember how much he has, so let's see. That did not kill him. Okay. Thankfully, he's still only using Energy Ball. Gosh, how much HP does he have? Is he dead? Hey, I did it. Sweet. I'm actually shocked. I really thought that I might get a game over there. But I didn't even have to use any ethers, and he's dead. Yeah, so after this cutscene, I will save. Well, actually I have to get to a save point, which actually is a little bit from now, so it may be a while before I can save. Please don't die. You can't die. There's still so much I have to tell you. I like how... I'm going to be strong. I like how she's like, you can't die because I still need to say words to you. You know? No thought for my actual life. You just want to talk to me some more. Oh, and she's sad. No, I'm falling. I'm falling. I'm dead. I should be dead, right? But no, I've got like superpowers or something, right? So I'm not dead. Should be, but I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not dead. Oh, that's me. I need to actually click the dialogue. Yeah. Back then, I only got by with scraped knees. What do you mean by back then? Don't worry about yourself. I'll try. Woo, what a relief. Oh, look at this guy. You okay? This is the church in the Sector 5 slums. You really gave me a scare. Exactly, yeah, I've got superpowers. I survived the fall. I'm sitting in your flowers. She's like, I like how she's like, the flowers broke your fall. Yeah, because, you know, 2 inches of flowers when I fell was probably like a 300-foot drop. I'm fine. Everything's fine. I got up and normal. I don't have no broken bones or nothing. I am infused with like alien magic or something. I got injected with alien magic at some point in my past. That's not a joke. That's true. Do you remember me? Yeah, I remember. Oh, clouds wouldn't take much damage from falling. You're right. You're the slum drunk. No, you were selling flowers. Do I have any materia? Yeah, I got some. What's it to you? Mine is special. It's good for nothing. Good for nothing. You just don't know how to use it. No, I do. It just doesn't do anything. I feel safe just having it. It was my mother's. Say, I feel like talking. Do you feel up to it? Yeah, sure. I don't mind talking. Wait here. I've got to check my flowers. I don't know. Why does she have to check the flowers? Like, what is she doing there? Is she pulling them? What's happening? Where am I? Now that you mention it, we don't know each other's names, do we? My name is... So again, this is something that's held over from the English translation, the original English translation. Her name is actually, phonetically, it should be Aerith with a TH. But some reason in Japan, when they translate it to English, they made it Eris. And so, it should be Aerith. So we're going to change it to Aerith. Yeah, she's got some interesting hair. The interesting thing actually about her hair, since you mentioned it, just some more background information for you. Yes, there were a lot of translation issues with this game. A lot, actually. Specifically this one. The interesting thing about her hair is originally she has like these giant bangs, in the front of her head. Originally, she is supposed to be the sister of Sephiroth, who's the main bad guy in the game. Sephiroth also has giant bangs on the front of his head, very similarly shaped to hers. And so that design was when they were originally intended to be brother and sister. And the developers decided to throw that story part out. They didn't change the design for the character. So they're not related anymore in this game. They're not brother and sister. And they're not blood related in any way. But they did keep the design of the hair. So their hair is similar with the giant bangs. Is she in my party right now? Like when I go into this next screen, I don't remember. We'll check here in a second. Look at Reno. He looks like a girl. Yeah, alright, come on, get to work. And don't step on the flowers. Hey, man. You stepped on them, though. Alright. She is in my party. Yeah, those giant bangs. If that's what you want to call them. Okay. The reason I wanted to go into my menu is I want to equip that on him. And give him this fire materia. She doesn't need a materia because she's not going to do anything. Alright, so this is my chance to kill her, I guess. Bonk. Whoa, she is a really low attack. It's gonna take us a while to kill her. They can kill her though with the fire. Bonk. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have changed my materia to ice for Cloud, because he could have hit all these guys with ice and taken them out real fast. But that's okay. Bonk. Okay. She's either going to kill herself or they're going to kill her. So I will go ahead and start attacking. Yep, there she goes. She's gone. Goodbye, Aerith. I do not like these little fire demon dudes. Alright, I probably should save my limit break, but Cloud's going to get hit a lot, so I'm not really concerned. Zoop. I'm just trying to get through this scene so I can get to the save point. he's got good ups, Cloud does. Cloud, that one. Yeah, I know. Looks like they aren't going to let us go. Well, we can't let them get us. We're going to have to get out of here. Yeah, look at... Did you see that one? You think the first one was good? And he expects her to do that jump, which I think she, you know, rightly is like, nah, I can't do that. Although she does end up doing it later. Ah! Think we killed them? They should never have fought us. Cloud, help. Damn. What's that? Hold on a minute. Alright, this is my Donkey Kong moment. This is Donkey Kong this. I'm gonna push this barrel over. Kaplaup. Thanks, Cloud. Sweet. Barrel. So now I just hang out here until the next guy. Yeah, that's true. He should have carried her. For sure. Cloud, help. Alright, hold on a minute. I'm gonna knock this barrel over now, too. Blah. Irk. Love their sound effects from getting, you know, barreled. Ook, irk. Alright. Come on. Any minute now. Cloud, help. Hold on a minute. I'm gonna push this barrel over. Noir. Noir. Whatever that means. See, now she made the jump no problem. She just needed, you know, some adrenaline pumping. Some real, real high stakes. I would not want to be walking on these things, man. Look, I like this part. She, like, just walks into a wall. Just didn't even go the right way. And don't you love, like, how giant that church is, but then, like, look how large our bodies are compared to that roof and the building itself. The perspective is just all messed up. Alright. We're almost to the save point. Let's go. Wait, I said. Puff, wheeze, slow down, don't leave me. Funny, I thought you were cut out to be in Soldier. Oh, you're terrible. Ha 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 ha. Were you ever in Soldier? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I used to be. How did you guess? They have a strange glow. A mark of Soldier, but how did you know about that? Right, nothing. Come on, let's go, bodyguard. Alright, let's go. You want to lie to me? That's fine, I don't care. Let's get out of here. We're almost to the safe point. Weep. Jump, jump, jump. Ooh, finally made it. Looks like a bunch of weird art all around us. These like metal panels laid just so. Alright. Well, my good friend, thanks for watching, checking out this challenge. Maybe some more people will eventually show up. Gonna have like a proper challenge going. But that's gonna be it for me. Yeah, it's true. I figured out PC Twitch, beat the first and second boss on my first run. Don't forget the first boss, the giant scorpion guy. Totally beat him. So I've gotten 2 bosses down, no deaths so far. We're in good shape. So, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. If I can, you know, close this. Bye.